Guess what? Although I'm not very happy about it, but looks like my prediction is coming true. In my last video, I said that Singapore could be headed towards deflation, and recent news, Singapore's core inflation rate at 0.3%, almost zero, and headline inflation rate at 0.5%, so very low inflation rates. So it looks like what I had shared might be coming true, and in fact, much faster than I expected actually. Anyway, as a follow-up to the previous video, I promised that I'll be sharing with you all some of my thoughts and recommendations about what Singapore economy could do. And one of my recommendations is that the Singapore economy should focus even more on services. Actually, services is already a very big part of our economy. If I'm not wrong, it's about 70% of our real GDP and also about 70% of employment. But can we do even more? Because typically, tariffs are not on services. Tariffs quite hard to be implemented on services. Goods, yes, but services is usually excluded. And what I think we should focus on even more so is the international education sector. Already we have a substantial number of international education students in Singapore. I think about 50,000 if I remember correctly. And actually that can grow a lot more. And in particular, I think we should focus on the tertiary sector. The 50,000, not a substantial number is in the tertiary sector. Probably a lot of them are in the secondary, etc., but not that many in the tertiary sector. But why not, right? Because the tertiary sector, that's where we can earn a lot more. And we already have some of the top universities in the world. And with what's happening in US, Australia, I'm not so sure about UK, but as you all know, in the US, Trump has not been very welcoming of international students. They've been clamping down student visas and so on. And anyway, US doesn't seem like that safe a place for international students. And Australia also has been clamping down. They have been facing housing crisis. UK, I'm not very sure, but essentially, these other competitors for tertiary sector are weaker choices today. So this is like our window of opportunity to expand our international tertiary education services. And we should also use the opportunity of the JB Singapore Special Economic Zone to consider how NUS, NTU, SMU, etc. could even have satellite campuses in JB. And in doing so, we'll be able to overcome space constraints. In doing so, we'll be competitive in our offerings, etc. So this is a possible sector or that we should grow further in the light of all the challenges that we are facing. It will benefit JB certainly, but of course it can be implemented in such a way that will flow back benefits to the Singapore economy, including a lot of employment of all the tertiary sector professors and whatnot can come from Singapore, and plenty more. It's just about putting our heads together to craft out a implementation such that the Singapore economy will also benefit. And international education students, they are also going to benefit your F&B, they're also going to benefit your transport sector, they're also going to benefit your accommodations, and also can benefit tourism. So there are a lot of spillover benefits. I think this is something that we should seriously look into. If any one of you have contacts to the Economic Strategy Review Committee, or if you know someone up there among the powers that be, please forward this idea to them. And please share your comments as well, perhaps you have better ideas as well. And that's my first recommendation. More to come in the subsequent reels. See ya. Ciao.